but we're going to be jumping into Capstan's newest album, The Mosaic. This one, again, was the one that came out yesterday. Pretty stoked on this. It is a very long album. Yeah, it is a whole 18 tracks, so which is nuts because it's like an EP and an album combined. I don't know why they decided to do 18 tracks. It's like an hour long. I will say I loved this album. This is probably one of my favorite albums of recent years. Go check this one out if you have not. Their follow-up release, Separate, was also really great too. Would highly recommend giving this a listen. But yeah, overall, love Capstan. Great band. Always filled with variety. So if you have the opportunity to give them a listen, you're gonna have 18 songs to get familiarized with them, which is nuts. I still can't believe this album is 18 tracks long. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this one. Let's get into the first song, which is Revolve. This album's an hour and 3 minutes. All right, so we gotta speed run this shit. All right, let's get into Revolve. This feels very much like an intro, and I think it probably will be.
Sadness that I've ever found from expectation that I set for myself. I let the bar drop slowly. That was just the old me. My failure's not my apogee. From me blaming everyone but myself, I let the guilt build slowly in and out of me. Am I still the old man?
Oh, what? That like two-hand tapping shit? All right. Oh, man. Oh, my God. What a way to start off this record. All right, this was Capstan, track 1, Revolve. It looks like it's actually broken up into chapters. So the first one is Revolve, the second one is Revise, and then, chapter 3 is The Mosaic, which is the final chapter, which is they're closing the album out with. Very cool. I was unsure of where this was going to go. It was a 2-minute song, but man, halfway through, it kicks your ass straight into gear, which I like. Capstan has always found that unique way of combining like pop punk, metalcore, progressive elements, alternative, and some other shit. They are just kind of an amalgamation of different genres, and I've always really appreciated that about them, and I love that they continue to do this, because this song, I feel like, if you have never heard of Capstan, I feel like this is a good song to start off with. It does kind of, it very much fits the motif of Capstan. So I love the beginning. That like two-hand tapping guitar riff was really fun. The way that it starts off so explosive. Love that element of it. I think they do a really great job of always having a fun sort of intro track. But yeah, this one, love the like layered vocals. I think there's like a little bit of like a choir sort of thing behind it, weirdly enough. But yeah, really fun. Great energy. Fully on board with this. And I'm curious to see how varied this album will be, because I have heard some of these songs just because they were a part of the EP that as I mentioned before. So stoked to get into more, but we're gonna move it on to track 2, which is Misery Scene. This one's the next one, so let's see where we're at.
I turned my life into a misery scene. I wanted you to feel the hurt just like me. Revel in pain because it's so damn easy and hard to
I like the organ. Ooh!
I glorified a heart that yearned.
What?
Only said to sing, and it was all I heard. I felt my soul
Trap beats?
desert. I thought my life had passed before the page had turned.
I like it though.
Pen to the paper and each word
Huh?
was so plain. I turned my life into a misery scene. I wanted you to feel the hurt just like me. Revel in pain because it's so damn easy and harder to be happier than dwell with all the apathy inside. It took me years to finally learn
Woo!
that the hurt I have is just the hurt I burn. Chasing euphoria's return. Numbing all that pain, I couldn't feel that burn. Swore that the torment was
I love that chord phrasing. So sick.
I turned my life into a misery scene. I wanted you to feel the hurt just like me. Revel in pain because it's so damn easy and harder to be happier than dwell with all the apathy inside.
Oh, nice.
When can I break this fucking hold on me?
The like choral vocals. I like this.
So sick of all the apathy. I turned my life into a misery scene. I wanted you to feel the hurt just like me. Revel in pain because it's so damn easy and harder to be happier than dwell with all the apathy inside. I turned my life into a misery scene.
Oh, a nice halftime section. All right.
Break this fucking hold on me. Revel in pain because it's so damn easy. So sick of all the apathy inside.
Woo! Oh my God, crushing it. All right, that was track 2, Misery Scene from Capstan and their new album, The Mosaic. It came out yesterday, so if you like it, go grab it. Be really sick. Wow, what a song. This is like, I feel like this is the song if you throw all of the genres in a blender and blended it up and it became a smoothie, that would be this song. Because they really just went everywhere. If anything, this song feels very like theatrical, but like in a good way. And I feel like they've always kind of incorporated elements of that, but this song specifically, I think they really kind of just leaned into it a little bit more heavily. This has I know that this kind of incorporates like some weird. I know they did like a cover of like the Eagles, I think, and it kind of has like. Weirdly enough, I think it has some like harmonies that are very reminiscent of like classic rock in that way, but also at the same point, I think there are like some like trap like elements in this song. There obviously is like metal influence in this song. Some of the chord switches were really cool. Even like the way that they went in this like ups like I guess it's not descending, it's up. I don't know what the word is. My brain's pooping out here, but just the way that they kind of go up the scale a little bit, I think was really cool in terms of like that that section in the chorus right before like they hit the main like melody line. I thought that was really cool. The way that they switch between like major and minor keys was really cool as well too. This just has a lot going on. I think if you like, this is like this to me, I feel like is like ADHD in a song. Like it's like, oh, I don't know what song I want to listen to. I'm just gonna listen to all of it, and you just throw it at the wall, and this is the song, you know. So pretty impressed by this. I want to go back and give it a listen again. Probably post stream. I'll come back and listen to this one, but this is like all over the place. This truly is a very mashup song, but I think it works out really well, and I'm always constantly surprised that I'm always constantly surprised at how well they kind of organize these thoughts, because I think on paper, if you had told me this has like trap elements, this has like acoustic elements, this has like a soaring chorus, it has major minor switches, like I would just think that just is overwhelming. But I do think that they do a great job of kind of mitigating that feelings you would have about a song being too much. I think it is just enough. It is Capstan change up, you know, pretty much. So, but I like it. I think they do a great job of that, and that to me, I think, is what separates them from a multitude of other groups as well, too. Because they're all very talented. I've seen them play many times, but I think they do a great job of kind of keeping it interesting and fun. And also between Anthony and Boz, their bass player who does the singing, I think they do a great job vocally of trading off as well too. So the song, kudos for as much stuff as they could throw at it. I think it is a really well put together song. So we are going to move it on to track 3, which is Final Words, which is the next song on this list. So let's see what's up. Oh! Oh, this chorus fucking slaps. I like that, like, insane riff. Oh, let's go. Oh, okay. This is neat. I like this extended chorus. Woo! All right. This is sick. All right. This was track 3, Final Words from Capstan. If you have not checked them out, this is their new album, The Mosaic. We're speed running this shit because it's super long and we have more things to stream. But either way, I want to get out that this is very akin to their previous album, which I love. Separate. This one feels a little bit more akin to that album, which is not a bad thing by any means. I love that song, or love that album specifically, but I do feel like they borrow a lot of elements from that album into this song. Love the way that they mashed up the like guitar like shred part with like there's like some like really cool like twinkly elements. I think there was some like I guess it's maybe more of like an effect or something like that, or they actually incorporated like some like xylophone or like some weird like instrumentation going on. But I think the way that they staggered it out was really unique. This chorus, 10 out of 10. Love the chorus, really strong chorus, and I think they did a great job of kind of funneling a lot of that great energy between the verses and putting it into the choruses. So I love that element of it. But man, the breakdown in this song, 10 out of 10 as well too. Love that. And then that like cool, I guess it would be like a Latin type guitar work. It's like definitely like a nylon style guitar, and then they incorporated a little bit more electronic elements into that portion as well, a little bit more trap elements, which I feel like they've been including a lot more, especially if you listen to Separate. I do feel like they incorporated a lot more of those trap and like EDM weird things that you wouldn't typically expect from a band like this. I think they do a great job of kind of incorporating that into their musicality. And this song, I think if you're looking for a good high energy track, you got it right here. So definitely vibed out with this one. So far, so good. I'm really liking this album, so I'm pretty stoked. Gungi says this is the type of screaming that I don't mind. Hey, listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So definitely love that. We are going to move on to the next track, which is Undertow. This one features Throat. I'm not entirely sure who Throat is, or if they're a band or an artist. So big salutes to them, whoever they are. But let's get into track 4. Ooh, okay. What? Huh. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that riff is so sick. Ooh. Feels like it has a little bit of like a hyper pop tinge to it, weirdly enough.
It drags me below. I lost myself in the undertow.
Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh man, that hit like a ton of bricks. Let's go. All right, that was track 4, Undertow, featuring Throat. If you were just tuning in, this is off of Capstan's newest album, The Mosaic. This has been quite a ride. I there, I don't. Again, I'm still questioning on what genre they're on, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think because they're really just saying yeah to all of it. This song was very interesting. I don't. There's definitely elements of this song that I like. But as well as that, I think it was. I'll have to give this one another listen. I think this one is one that will definitely grow on me. I kind of like that beginning guitar riff. I thought that was really sick. The way they incorporated it was interesting, and then I think it was more so like the transition between like that first riff into like the next section of the song. I thought that was a little odd, but I think the way that they kind of transitioned that verse section into the chorus was better. I just think maybe that first initial part was a little odd. But that doesn't mean that I like both parts, but I don't know if I liked both parts simultaneously next to each other. So maybe that's just a me thing, or maybe I have to give this more of a listen. But I love that element of it. As well as that, I think there is some really cool like vocal deliveries on this part. More specifically, I liked this the feature was interesting, and I couldn't really place it, but I would assume it's in the middle section of the song. There was a little bit of like new metal, like DJ scratching, kind of similarly to, if you are familiar with the genre, this band called Issues, where I feel like they had kind of incorporated like pop and like new metal and like metalcore type identities into their music. This feels very akin to that, which is not a bad thing. I think they did an incredible job of kind of bridging those gaps. I feel like this song is kind of trying to be in that same sort of lane, but doesn't quite hit the same strides. And I don't know about Throat. I'll have to give them more of a listen, beyond just this song specifically. But I didn't think the feature was like blow my socks off, but I do think it was. I thought it was pretty okay. So I would have to give more of them. I'd have to give them a listen more. But overall, I thought the first verse, I thought the chorus was great. The middle section second verse was okay. We get back to the really cool chorus. The bridge was really interesting, and then the last part of the song, especially like that last breakdown section at the end of the song, was great. I think it's just maybe that like in between section was a little off, but I will definitely be giving this another listen, and if I come around to it, I'll certainly be typing that shit up in the comments of the YouTube video. But yeah, I don't know. This one was a little bit off, but overall, it's been so far so good, so can't complain. But we are going to move it on to track 5, which is Open Letter, and we're probably just going to bleed into the next one after that, which is Haley, which is track 6, because Open Letter is only like 59 seconds. So we're going to be listening to track 5 and track 6 right now. So let's see what's good. Complete 180. Hmm.
I was a storm when I was younger, and if I lost you in the flood, I hope this apology serves as enough. You broke my heart.
Oh, what? Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. Ooh, Boz, bro. Getting up there. That is some high vocal range. Oh. Oh, this is sick.
To embrace the idea that I can't ever change as we grow every day. You're the true north still guiding my way. I was
Oh, okay. Call and response in this last chorus. Nice. All right, that was track 5 and track 6, An Open Letter and Haley, respectively. Open Letter I was surprised about. The transition between those two songs was very abrupt and surprising. So I thought I thought Open Letter was a very interesting song. I'm not saying it could be done without, but it is a odd placement, I would argue, especially in between like Undertow and Haley, which are two vastly different songs musically. So very surprised about that, but I think maybe it could have been transitioned a little bit better. In regards to Haley, this song was great. I love this one. Very reminiscent of Restless Hearts, which was the previous album that I talked about, one of my favorite releases of that year. I go back and listen to that album pretty frequently, and I think this song does a pretty good job of representing that sort of era of Capstan. And I also think it kind of gives a little bit of like even previous albums to Restless, which is really nice. I love the really soaring choruses. I think they do a great job of that. The song has a really strong choral bass to it, so I thought this one was really well put together. I like this sort of, again, aggressive, like major tone vibes that I got from this song. I also really love Anthony's scream. I think he's really got a great kind of bitey tone to his screaming that I really think cuts through the mix super well. So big salutes to Anthony. Also, his clean singing has gotten so much better as well too. I don't know if I mentioned it in Separate. I don't even remember. I did review Separate, but I think I even mentioned it there. But even comparatively to that, I think his vocal strength has gotten so much better. And in terms of range, I think this song is definitely higher up on the vocal scale. In terms of, these are two guys singing the song, so I think in terms of the range, like vocally, that you have to be at, very impressive. Boz has always had really a high vocal tonality. He's the one who plays bass, but he's always had kind of a higher vocal range, and I think this song definitely suits him more. But also, I think he does a great job of hitting those like super super high vocal notes. So definitely like that, and they're kind of way that both Anthony and Boz meet together within this song, I think is really well put together vocally. And I also like, again, that sort of choir, like gang vocal section towards the end. Always love when bands kind of end a song off on like a really, really strong high note. And I think this song does a really good indicator of that, or at least sending it in that sort of direction. So appreciate this one a lot. I would definitely say this one is, again, very reminiscent of older Capstan stuff. So if you are an older Capstan fan, then I think you'll probably enjoy this song a lot. But yeah, definitely been vibing out with the majority of the songs on this album already. And it's pretty impressive. That has been keeping my interest, because we still have like 12 more songs to go, which is quite the feat. So we're going to keep the chain moving here. This is track 7. This is Bloom. So let's give it a listen. I think I did review this one. Yeah, I did. I remember this.
Begin to blur. The bitter lyrics fixated in my own world, but can't live in my head forever. Or
What a contrast between Haley and Bloom.
I'm clever when my passions change like the weather. All I want now is to leave the world better. This brief glow will disappear in time, and I hope it's love I leave behind. Hope to grow gold from indigo.
I remember liking this instrumental. Little reverse reverb.
To bloom is an endless endeavor. When stifled by agony, I held till it festered. Ain't much of my heart left to measure. Cut out the dead and plan again next year. This brief glow will disappear in time, and I hope it's love.
Very strong, like, Mayday Parade vibes.
To grow gold from indigo. Reap and sow euphoria and throw.
Nice key change.
An answer found in letting go. Mend and sow the pinnacles and lows. A tapestry woven in love. Reap and sow euphoria and throws. An answer found in letting go. Mend and sow the pinnacles and lows. A
Big ending. Like it.
Gold from indigo.
All right, that was track 7, Bloom, off of Capstan's newest album, The Mosaic. If you have not listened to it, we're going through the entire album, which is nuts. I know it's a long album, but I'm pretty excited so far. This one, I think if you have not heard of Capstan, this is not how they typically sound. So I just want to preface everyone that was watching this live, this is a little bit different. And I think the juxtaposition between this song Haley and Bloom is interesting because some of these songs were a part of an EP that they released. Bloom was one of them, Bete Noir was the other one, Arrows, and then I think there was maybe one other one that I don't see on here, that I imagine is on this record, but they were all vastly different. And when they released the EP, I was like, okay, interesting combination of songs, like, hey, it is what it is. I'm not a part of the band. I have no jurisdiction on what they write or don't write. But I was kind of surprised. And then when they said that they were going to be releasing an album and some of these songs that were on the EP are also on the album, I was like, that's crazy, because the album has to be like 17 songs or something like that. So there's going to be a lot of variation between this album, and I understand that that's the case, but this song I think is a really nice, well-crafted song. I think it does show off some of the more softer, tender moments that I feel like Capstan does really well. This song definitely will tug at the heartstrings. There's another one later on in the album that I couldn't think of. It was Heart to Heart, which I also really liked. Go check that one out. We will be checking that one out later, but I like that song a lot. But I felt like this one, at the current time when I listened to it, was, I could take it or leave it. But I think this song, listening to it again for a second time, I think this one is really well put together. I'll have to listen to Empire, which is the next one, and see where kind of, if I feel like it's a good spot on the album. Though I feel like all of these songs have kind of been vastly different, so I don't think there's really a perfect spot for each song to be placed in. But love the piano. I like that this song kind of focuses more on Anthony's vocals. I think it's all Anthony, if I'm not mistaken, which is really cool. I like the piano elements. I like that the song starts off in more of that sort of somber tone, and then they get into full band mode towards the end of the song. Really like that element. I know a lot of bands typically do that, but I think the way that they transitioned this song was a little bit better. They also incorporated like a cool little guitar solo towards the end, which was also very nice. And I think just arrangement-wise, I think it really lends itself well to what I feel like Capstan does well, which is really great melodies. And I also feel like instrumentation-wise, they always land it on a unique note. And I think this one is, again, very Mayday Parade-esque, but I think they do a really great job of kind of doing that sort of emo, like ballady sort of songs. And I think that this one definitely fits within that sort of realm of music. So definitely vibed out with this one a lot, though it being a little bit more of a somber song. So we are going to keep moving on to track 8, which is going to be Empire. I'm going to guess is probably going to be a heavy one. So keep it moving. Let's see what's up. Yeah.
The reflection in the mirror's never been clearer.
Ooh, I like the vocal melodies.
In fiction, the empire I live in.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. I like this like spooky, ominous tones. Mm. Ooh, all right. Ooh, those higher vocals in the top. Love the minor tone of this song. So sick. All right, that was track 8, Empire. I guessed it. I was right. It was. I knew it was gonna be. I didn't know. I thought for sure it was gonna be a heavier song, but worked out. This one I loved. I love when they do the darker, more minor tone. Again, as I mentioned about probably final words. This one also has more of a closer assimilation to, I'd say, Separate, their previous album. So if you enjoyed that one, I think you're probably gonna enjoy this song as well. I like the sort of like trap elements they included in this song. I think it adds this really interesting like tone to it, but then as well as that, I think a lot of the guitars and some of the melodies and stuff, and some of like the more like overdubby parts were very like minor tone. I think they do a lot of, I don't know if it's technically like a Phrygian scale or something like that, but like the way they incorporate like more of an Egyptian-esque sort of musical styling in this song, really fun, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I think this song does a great job of being able to lay that out to you a little bit better. I think Anthony's vocals in this song really pop off, and I know I stressed about his vocal range, but I think this song also does a really great job of highlighting that as well, not only in, I think, his screaming, but also I would say as well as the singing voice, which is really nice. There was some really like high vocals as well, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those higher range vocal stuff is either a combination of Anthony and Boz or just Boz, but there is some like really high, especially in that last chorus, there was some really high vocals very in the back mix of this song. So I thought that was really cool. I know their guitar player Joe does some screaming now as well too, and his vocal screaming tone is also really sick. He does a lot of like low end like growls and stuff, and I think this one definitely highlighted him a lot, which is also really cool, because I don't feel like in the songs that we've heard previously tonight, I don't think there's been a lot of stuff with Joe on it, so nice to hear that. And I think this song definitely needs that, so I love that element of it and the way that he kind of harmonizes with Anthony, so appreciate that a lot. This one's really rhythmic, really fun, and I think if you like more of a darker tonality from Capstan, then I think this is the song to be listening to. As well as that, the chorus on the song was 10 out of 10. I also really enjoyed the chorus of this track as well. So, Empire, been feeling it so far. We are going to move on to the next one, which is track 9, which is What You Want. This one features Ollie Baxter from the band Broadside. If you have not checked out Broadside, they're also really good. They're a little bit more like pop rock, alternative sort of stuff, but Ollie's got a great vocal tone, so I'm excited for people to check this one out if you haven't. But this one is What You Want, so let's keep it going. Very 1975. The 80s want their synth tone back.
It's never enough. My world, it seems so kind, yet it's covered in blood. It's savage as the wild, yeah. I've given all of me in each song I sing, but still I lack.
Also, what a juxtaposition
What is enough?
between this one, Empire, and this one.
Am I sexy enough? Oh, please, you're too damn kind, so I just need a plug. The right place and right time, and also some pandering and some Twitter fame. Then sell my soul plus drugs, maybe that is enough for me to pay my cut. But I'm sure it still can't pay my rent, and the banks said they don't cash blue checks. Not quite what I'd expect. What's next? Is what you want?
Huh.
Maybe it is enough. Is what you want? Maybe I'm out of luck. This what you
Interesting.
maybe it's never done. I'm not stopping ever. Still this restless heart will run. Still this restless heart will run.
I knew it was love, but little did I know that it's more like a club.
Oh, I love Ollie's tone, man.
Didn't get invited, is it what you see?
Good song for him.
Here always been a little weird, but so very sincere.
But I'm sure it still can't pay my rent, and the banks said they don't cash blue checks. Not quite what I'd expect. What's next? Is what you want? Maybe it is enough. Is what you want? Maybe I'm out of luck. This what you want? Maybe it's never done. I'm not stopping ever. Still this restless heart will run.
Woo! Some sax? Okay.
This what you want? Maybe it is enough. This what you want? Maybe I'm out of luck. This what you want? Maybe it's never done. I'm not stopping ever. Still this restless heart will run. This what you want? This what you want? This what you want? Maybe it's never done. I'm not stopping ever. Still this restless heart will run.
Nice reference to their previous album. Or one of their previous albums. All right, that was What You Want, and this one features Ollie Baxter of the group Broadside. If you have not checked them out, go show them some love. But I just want to say, who snuck a 1975 song into this album? That's kind of crazy of you, but hey, whatever, I respect it. Interesting. I did not listen to this one. I think this was one of the singles that were released. And I think anything with these stream numbers, I would assume were all singles at one point or another. And this one seems the newest in terms of stream numbers. So I would say this one is one of the singles, one of the many. God, I don't know how to feel about this one. I mean, I think I like. I mean, the song itself is good. Do I? I'm trying to word this in the best way I possibly can. I think for me, Capstan has always been that group that has just been defined by nothing. You know what I mean? Like, they are the type of group that just will make any song. And I think with each album that they've put out, that sentiment becomes more and more true as they continue to release songs and release albums. This song feels very similarly, I would say very similarly to Bloom, and as well as Heart to Heart, which we'll be getting into a little later on. Those to me, these three songs specifically, and obviously there are more, but I would say more specifically, these three songs so far that I know that I've listened to are so different from atypical Capstan, right? And that is not a bad thing. You know, it's cool. I'm about it. But it does kind of cast a large net. And sometimes I think, is it too wide of a net to cast, right? Because there are some songs that I feel like you inherently have a lot of emotion to. This song, I think, structurally, like instrumentation-wise, it's all fun. It's all good. I think Ollie is a great feature on this song. The vocals are fun. I like this sort of 80s-inspired styling of this song. But I feel like there comes a point where you have too much going on. Like, there is, like, how far can you push the envelope realistically that still doesn't like alienate your core fan base, the people that like your music. But if I was to throw this song on and you didn't know what Capstan was, you would assume that Capstan sounds like this, when in reality they probably sound closer to, you know, at least on this album, they probably sound closer to like Misery Scene, right? And that to me is, I don't want to say off-putting because I know what it's like, but if I was a new fan, I would be so confused if this song came on and then I go listen to Empire and it is the complete flip side of that. So I think that's the only problem that I feel like I've run into with this album thus far, is that there is just too wide of a pan of genres to hit. And that kind of, to me, is like the Achilles heel of this band. As much as I love variety and as much as I love change and stuff, to me it seems like if you're going to do this, like, it has to be so succinct, right? It has to be so on point that somebody has to be like, holy shit, like, this is Capstan through and through, but then go to another song and be like, this is Capstan through and through. So that would be my only, like, and it's not that this song is bad. I enjoy this song too, you know. And that, again, not to discredit Ollie, I think he was a great vocal feature on this song, and I enjoy the song. But like, if somebody has come onto this stream or somebody watches this YouTube video and has never heard of Capstan, and they go from track 1 all the way to track 18, track 18. What are they going to come out thinking? And that to me is like my large question. And again, I don't know why they decided to do 18 songs. Don't know, but maybe I'll have them on and find out. But yeah, this is a little interesting to me. I think this one is definitely going to be an odd one out in terms of the album, which is not a bad thing. But, you know, variety is the spice of life, I guess. So we'll keep it moving. I'm curious to see what this latter half of the album is going to sound like, because we're at the halfway point. This is track 10. This is number 2, Revise. So I don't know if they're going to completely switch it up on us again, but let's get into it.
It's all the sadness that I've always
Ooh,
had.
okay. I like this.
The world's overwrapped. I watch the cracks form slowly, growing ever lonely.
Love the like synths and padding.
Inside me, like there what I want.
Electronic section school.
Addicted to love, but intoxicated, sorrow in my cup, and I keep getting drunk.
Okay.
Cycles of pain and blood, and yet my restless are whispers. Yeah, every night.
Woo! That's a lot of sweet. Kim, thanks for joining. Oh, okay. Oh, a blast beat section? Yeah, all right. What? Ooh. All right. Sick groove. I like this. Little traps and 808s. All right, cool. All right, that was track 10. This was number 2, Revise. If you're just tuning in, this is Capstan's Mosaic. The Mosaic, excuse me. Man, I love this song. This was great. I think if you love the more technical aspects of Capstan, this is definitely a song for you. I love the incorporation of a lot of like the trap and like 808s and EDM sort of elements of this song. It was really fun. The synth work in this is great. I think they've always, especially after the last album they did, Separate, I think they've really incorporated a lot of fun like electronic and like sort of EDM elements to their music. So definitely appreciate this song a lot for that reason alone. I think instrumentally, both their guitar players, Joe and Harrison, fantastic stuff. Really loved the guitar work in this song. There was this really cool, like, descending, like, guitar riff, I think just before that, like, breakdown, like, rhythm change section. Really cool. Really, really sick. Very underrated section. It's, like, probably only, like, maybe a couple seconds long, but really something that stood out to me. But yeah, overall, this one's probably one of my favorite ones that we've listened to tonight so far. Definitely amongst my favorite. Up there were probably Empire, and Misery Scene. I'd probably say those were, and Haley was also very good too. I'd probably say those are currently amongst my favorites. So definitely a vibe. If you like the heavier side of Capstan, I think this one is definitely a song to be listening to. But as well as that, I think this again showed off a lot of Anthony's vocals, which is always really nice. And I think it does a good job of representing what I feel like the band does well, which is like that proggy sort of metalcore type stuff. So definitely, to me, 2 thumbs up. I like this one a lot. We're gonna move on to the next one, which is track 11. This one's Dwell. So let's keep it moving.
sun sets once again. Peak behind peaks, mountains, snow, ice in the breeze, heading down to valleys green. I hear the memories echoing. If they could hear me, I'd be whispering. Stay present in every second, each moment. Soon you
I like the
give
vocals.
it all to do it all over. Wanna take it in, always wish I did. The taste of air on Lake Louise again. And I hadn't been, so I didn't know. But love's a place you live in and grow. These are my better days. I know they're sure to fade. But I once looked back through jade before I gave up my trade.
Nice little violin or cello. Violin and cello. Nice.
Wanna take it in, always wish I did.
Like the harmonies.
The breakaways collide the ocean waves. But I hadn't been, so I didn't know that love's a place you live in and grow. These are my better days. I know they're sure to fade. But I once looked back through jade before I gave up my charade. And now I'm looking for a way to what I worked so hard to say. Because you never
Thank Youthful for that.
know the beauty and its brevity could end.
Woo! All right, Joe. Popping off. Holy shit. All right. That was track 11, Dwell from Capstan, Mosaic, the Mosaic, if you have not, give them a listen. Very cool. For those lurking for K-pop stuff, we're going to be migrating over to some J metal stuff after this album, which I still got like 6 more songs to go through. And then we're doing the K-pop stuff. So come hang out if you want to hang out later. If you're watching this and you like Capstan and you like K-pop, come join us for K-pop stuff. We do that stuff on Twitch. Very fun. I like doing it. But either way, this song was great. I think this, again, very is reminiscent of classic Capstan, having those really kind of anthemic sorts of vibes, and I think they do it really well. This song, again, shows off a lot of their guitar player skill, both Harrison and Joe, respectively. They're both fantastic guitar players, and I just absolutely love the guitar work in this song specifically. But I would also say an unsung hero of this song as well too is Anthony, their vocalist, or one of their vocalists. He has such a great conviction to his vocal tone that I've always really loved about Capstan. But I think there's something that's always really kind of cut my soul about the way that he sings and how he sings. And I think this song does a really great representation of showing that off. So love that a ton. And so I got to give him his flowers because he definitely deserves it. But this was a great track. Again, if you like anything from Capstan, I think this is probably the one to give a listen to, very similarly to Revise. I think those songs are probably the best representation of their stuff. So definitely love this a ton. Yes, they are from Orlando, Florida. Big salutes to the homies. I've gotten to meet them handful of times, so love trying to see if I can give them as much love as possible. But yeah, this is a great track. I think this represents them very well. And yeah, if you like this, I think you'll like their previous albums a lot. Restless Hearts, Keep Running, and then as well as that Separate, which is their most current record prior to this one. So go check those out. If you do like the sound, you probably like those albums. But we are going to move on to the next one, which is track 12. This one is Arrows. This one features the band Trash Boat. They're from the UK. They're kind of an alternative band. Very cool. Also, band, if you like that sort of stuff, then you'll probably like Trash Boat. And yes, it is a reference to Regular Show, I believe. That is where they got their band name from. This song I have checked out already. I believe I did a video on it. Some of these songs came from an EP that wind up becoming this album. So there are songs that I have listened to going further on this release. But let's get into Arrows and see what you're vibing with. Oh, can't play current. Oh, great. What the hell? I can't wait. Okay. I was like, what the hell? Yeah. When I found that out, you thought I was surprised. I forgot how good this song is too. Shit. Ah, there's Toby. Harmony's tight. I like that. Man, it's great. Yeah. Welcome to the genre. I forgot if they go crazy on this bridge or not. I like this melodic bridge though. Ooh. That leads and the halftime section. Let's go. All right, sick. That was track 12, Arrows, and this one features Trash Boat. Go show them some love. Go show Trash Boat some love. They're great too. This one I have listened to already, so if I didn't seem as excited, it's because I've heard the song already. But like this song a lot. I remember. I want to say I didn't like it as much when I first listened to it. Now listening to it again, I like it more. And I think it's because I understand the contextual elements of the album. I feel like there are some songs that I inherently don't like as singles, but I feel like fit so much better in an album for some reason. And I think the song does a better justice as a song within this album than it does as a single. Love the sort of like pop punk, but also like a lot of like metal incorporation. I think they do a really great job of always finding that gap between both, and just hitting it super hard. So I think this one does a really great job of that. Some great guitar work again from both Harrison and Joe. They both are fantastic guitar players and really can crush it. They did so the songs that they did release, they released. Some of these songs were off an EP. So they put like 4 or 5 songs on an EP, and then they're like, hey, we have an album we announced, and then put all of those songs that they released on the EP and then more songs onto a full album, which is this album, which is crazy to me. I don't know why they would do that. It's not even a combination of EPs. It just literally, they took 5 songs from the EP and then added like 16 more songs, or not 16. They added they had 5 songs, so they added 13 more songs onto an so they had an album already, and then they're just like, hey, you know what? Why don't we just throw like 5 more songs on there? And then that's what they did. That's from my understanding, at least. And I know Arrows, Bete Noir, Heart to Heart, Bloom, and those were on the EP. I think there was maybe one more, and then in terms of other singles, Empire, What You Want, and Misery Scene, I think were the other ones that were singles beyond that. So they've been hyping up this release for quite a bit. Either way, like this song a lot. I think Toby's the front man for Trash Boat. Like his vocal tone, he's always been a vocalist I've really enjoyed, but I think his representation in the song really well put together. I think he adds a unique vocal tone that juxtapose Anthony and Boz in the band. So really like that a lot. But yeah, this is a fun like a little bit more high energy pop punk track. There are some cool blast beat sections as well, which is always really fun. But yeah, kind of a good combination of all of their sounds. I would find this more akin to Restless Hearts, which is one of their previous releases. So if you do like this song specifically, you'll probably like Restless Hearts. So I would recommend giving that album a listen if you haven't. But we are going to I'm probably going to put Compendium and Bete Noir together, so we'll be listening to both track 13 and track 14 together, so to just keep it easy. So let's keep it moving. We're almost there, Alex. I swear to God. Been streaming for 84 hours. I'm just kidding. Nice violins. Okay. I'm like, Alex is coming on soon. Don't worry, guys. I swear to God. As I just stream for a light 3 hours. This is a good lead into Bete Noir. I like this.
ignites a broken
And meanwhile, I'm sitting here just sweating it out.
to exist, to have my eyes still open while my body's so lifeless. Our future's so dire, now let us all pray. The dollar, our altar, American way. Say hail to the thief, united and great, and fuck over anyone just to succeed. You say nothing's up, but they you control will never let go until we pick through their bones.
There we go, boss. Let's go.
Future's so dire, now let us all pray. The dollar, our altar, American way. Say hail to the thief, united and great, and fuck over anyone just to succeed. You say nothing's up, but they you control will never let go until we pick through their bones. 'Cause if this way was right, why are we so focused? We say what is owned, and they you control will never let go until we pick through their bones. Turn limb from fucking limb and feel the blood in your day. Who's at the leg last no time? We are a corner case. Start all the days. Say hail to the thief, united and great, and fuck over anyone just to
I love the vocal stacking in this chorus.
the day you control will never let go until we pick through their bones. 'Cause if this way was right, why are we so focused? We say what is owned, and they you control will never let go until we pick through their bones.
All right, that was Compendium and Bete Noir from Capstan's newest album, The Mosaic. If you have not checked it out, I'm slogging my way through this album. I don't know why whoever gave Fearless the cosign along with Capstan to release 18 songs is really testing my limit here, but I respect it. I love the boys in Capstan. Couldn't do it without him. But Bete Noir I have listened to. This was actually the first song that they released off of this EP/album. So I've listened to this so many times. Every time that I listen to it, I feel like I love it more and more. And obviously with the foreknowledge that Compendium is like this cool kind of like violin orchestral sort of arrangement, I think it obviously plays super well with Bete Noir. So I love that they incorporated elements of that, put it into this song, and obviously made it onto the album. Really, really neat. I think if you are looking for heavier Capstan stuff, then I think this song is definitely well within the wheelhouse of that. I think there's some really great guitar work. I also love the incorporation of electronic elements, very similarly to their previous album, Separate. So if you enjoy that sort of combination, then you probably enjoy this album. and you probably enjoyed the song specifically. But yeah, I thought this was great. I like the kind of combination between Anthony and Boz, especially Boz doing some of those higher register vocals, especially closer to the end of the song, was really nice. I also think that I think Joe also does some of the low end screaming in this song as well too. So his contributions to the song is also really nice, and I think again he adds another layer of texture to the song as a whole. But I like the way that they integrated those orchestral elements in this song specifically, and obviously how it pertains to Compendium as well. So good correlation. I think so far we've been feeling pretty good on the back half of this album. At least I feel like I've been feeling good about some of these songs on the back half. So love this one nonetheless, and I still think this is probably one of the best songs off this album, even though I've been listening to it for like months now at this point. But we are going to move on to the next one. This is track 15. This is Mosaic, I believe. If I pronunciated that wrong, let me know. But this is a 2-minute song, so we may put the two together depending upon how the next one works. But the next one after that one is track 16 is What Can I Say? So if it leads in well, I'm probably just going to let it rock. If not, we'll stop at 15 and I'll talk about it. So let's keep it going. What? Oh! Oh, this is nasty. Oh, the dissonance? The pig slides, what? It's so fun. All right. Well, that was track 15. Moloch. I don't know how to pronounce it. If you want to let me know in the comments, let me know. But this one, what the hell? I don't even have any. I don't even know what to say. I'm so floored by this one. This one was just like a 2-minute riff salad. It was like super heavy, super aggressive. Just kind of came out of left field, but I'm totally about it. If you've been sorely missing out on some stupidly heavy Capstan music, then I feel like this is one that I don't think you'll quite expect on this album, but I appreciate it, and I think it sits well after Bete Noir, so I do like the combination of the 1-2 punch of that. Blast beats, insane drum work, just. This one hits all the nails. The insane, like, shreddy guitar solo. I think this checks, like, all of the metalcore boxes. It's got, like, a stupid, fast, like, almost rap sort of screaming, like, section. Then you've got, like, a brutal breakdown. You've got some, like, really intense, like, vocals, obviously, both from Joe, but as well as Anthony. And then as well as that, there's some insane, like, sweep picking, pick scratching, anything you could think of guitar wise is incorporated in this song. That is obviously in reference to metal music. Man, that was a pleasant surprise. I'm about that. I like that. That was really cool. Not much else to say. If you like a heavy song, you get a heavy song. That's what it is. But we're going to keep it moving. This is track 16. What can I say? I'm curious how this one is going to shape up. So let's see what it's all about.
What can I say about love that ain't
What?
been said before? What can I say when your love has got me
What is
saying
this?
more than I ever dreamt I could? Convinced my tongue was tied for good. I never thought this dusty art would sway.
What is going on?
What can I say?
Yeah, what can I say? I don't know.
What can I say at my age? We all get stuck in ways. What can I say? It's cliche, but yeah, you broke the cage. The one that held me for so long. You kept me writing heartbreak songs.
I'm gonna get fucking whiplash listening to this album.
So what can I say when every word's been
Right.
rearranged? There's something changing in my brain, 'cause each refrain just used to sound the same, but not today.
You haven't woken up.
Now I realize
That's impressive, Keith.
never said a thing I won't eventually despise, because it's love.
There's like mandolin. We're sitting around the campfire. What is it? What is this album?
With all that I don't know, wrote about pain so much it held me undertow.
I genuinely can't tell if I'm just fatigued listening to this music or
Living love in this brief glow,
whereas this album is this varied.
the bitter words I wrote, they're floating away, 'cause every word's been rearranged and something's changing in my brain, 'cause each refrain just used to sound the same, but not today. Love mine, now I realize never said a thing I won't eventually despise, because it's love. To be the place you find joy and love. I want a song to
Everybody take their lighters out.
love mine.
Oh yeah.
Now I realize never said a thing I won't
A stomping, clapping sort of thing. All right.
be the place you find joy and love. I want a song
I love the Lumineers too. All right, this is what can I say, and truly no words have been uttered that are so true right now. What the fuck is going on? I have so many questions. I have so many concerns. I probably should be in a neck brace because of the whiplash that I'm dealing with right now. Man, what a complete 180. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because Moloch is so heavy, and this one was like Lumineers meets like Ryan Cabrera of Dashboard Confessional. Like, I just don't get it. I mean, it's not that it's a badly written song. Like I thought it was solid. Like I like it, but man, it is completely different. Like, and I already know what Heart to Heart's gonna sound like, and that's even like a little bit more different than what can I say. So I don't know. I don't think this is a bad song. I guess my TLDR about the song is I don't think it's a bad song. I just don't understand the placement, I guess, more or less than anything else. I guess it couldn't have put it really anywhere else. And it actually kind of reminds me a lot of track 5, which was an open letter where I was just kind of like, what the fuck? Why would they do this? But hey, whatever. I don't know. Listen, I'm not Capstan, but kudos to them for incorporating some mandolin. There's some like violins. There's a lot. This one has like more of a folksier tone to it, which is interesting. But yeah, not a bad song. Just very odd in the rotation of songs that we've listened to tonight. But either way, we're gonna keep it moving, keep it rolling. We're gonna move on to track 17, which is Heart to Heart. This one is featuring Capstan, Jason Tyler, and Belmont. So what a combo. So let's keep it moving.
Talking when I should be listening. Feel the soft rhythm in the sound of your voice when I still love you, but I can't hear through all of the noise in a life that tends to take from us. So when we're playing at the 6, please take a moment to remind me that I'll always have your heart. I hear you, darling. Tell me what you think about us. We're gonna talk about it. You don't have to try right now. Baby, let your hair fall down. You don't really have to.
I do like this chorus though.
I can hear your words and they crush. You know that I'm coming around. So baby, let your hair fall down. Baby, let your hair fall down. As they fall from your lips, your words got me reminiscing, thinking of moments I missed when I'm not paying attention. All the beauty in your eyes when
I like the vocals here.
your song is hypnotizing. Waiting on your every breath. It's not too late.
Hey, Belmont. Let's go.
We never stop, but now what it once was. Keep
It does feel so 2000s. Yeah. I'm here for the bell. That's fair. Little breakdown section.
Tell me what you think about let's
I do like that breakdown section.
about it. You don't have to try right now. Baby, let your hair fall down. Tell me what you think about let's we're gonna talk about it. You don't have to try right now. Baby, let your hair fall down. You don't really have to say much. I can hear your words and they crush. You know that I'm coming around. So baby, let your hair fall down.
Oh, I almost didn't stop it. All right, that was track 17, Heart to Heart, featuring Belmont and Jason Tyler. This was one of the singles that was on the previous EP that is also on this album. I'll keep it brief, TLDR. I like the song. I do think it fits well within this amalgamation of a record. I also feel like musically it also borrows cues from What You Want, which was one of the previous songs on this album. There's a little bit of like 80s synth in there, you know, a little bit of light tasting of that. It also gives me a lot of like early 2000s like pop punk sort of stuff, but there's also obviously elements of Capstan, more specifically in that bridge section. Very, very Capstan-esque. Liked Belmont's inclusion as well. Always love that band. I should probably check out their new album, Liminal, because I have not, and I think they're great. Go check out Belmont if you haven't. Very fun. They kind of incorporate a lot of like pop punk elements, but then also like a lot of like 808s and like very techy in a very fun way. Capstan and Belmont, I think, have toured together, so also very cool. And I think Joe also plays guitar for Belmont, so kind of putting all the pieces together here. But Belmont's really fun. I think they added a nice differentiator from Capstan within the song, so that's really nice. Chorus is super catchy in this song as well too. Music video is very nice, very wholesome. I would recommend watching the music video if you have an opportunity to. But yeah, overall, thought it was a really solid track. So yeah, we are going to move it on to the Dark Souls boss last track. This is track 18, and the song's 10 minutes long. 10 minutes, bro. This song's 10 minutes long. Oh my god. What are they, Dream Theater? All right. I'm just joking. Don't crucify me, Capstan. But anyway, we're going to move it on to the last one. Key, that song felt like I'm at Camp Rock in 2007 buying a Linkin Park t-shirt that is too... Oh my god. Yeah. I think you nailed it. But either way, man, this Sunday is going to be a monster. All right, let's get into this. Let's do it. Let's see what's up. We got to get into the other stuff. No offense to Capstan, but goddamn.
Take all the sadness they'll never quell. Dissect the misery, let it melt. With all the traumas past slow, burn them down to green glass. Abstract the contrast. Under a lens you may see blood and bone. You'll see the sorrow blur the edge of the hole. But if you step back slowly, widening your focus, in broken glass you'll catch a glow.
Huh? What? This riff's kind of tight, though.
I know I'm blessed to speak of healing soul. Countless the lives has been
Synth's cool. I like that. The dissonance is really tight in this riff. What? Oh my god. This is like, I swear to god, if this is like fucking 3 songs mashed up into one. It already feels like it. Oh, this is sick. I like these harmonies though. Oh man. Okay. I guess they didn't want to make this like a 20-song album, so they crammed it all into the last one.
But what can I say? Yeah, how can I speak of love? I've never really given anyone enough, and far too often how I have rushed to anger when convinced that that's no longer who I was. The lines of change are ill-defined, the shapes we make within our minds, and I hope in time, I hope it's love I leave behind.
I don't know how you would have been able to sleep through this. Ooh, like the harmonies. All right, is this gonna be like the last 3 minutes of this song? Probably is.
I remember you said when it comes to love, we can never be too much. We'll make it home, a place to grow, go from indigo, and ignite a brighter glow. It's hard to take the pain inside. It's a hurricane that is this life. It's all a war, baby, to live in love. Our hearts keep running, and I know that it'll be enough.
What if there's another story? What if something went unbroken?
Ah, they gotta end it on like one of those
This life
vocal things at the end.
lost. What if it was really one long story? It just kept going and going until it healed itself. Wouldn't that be a story worth telling? Wouldn't that be a story worth hearing?
All right, that was track 18, The Mosaic, off of the same album name, The Mosaic from Capstan. Oh boy, I'm gonna try to TLDR this real quick. I mean, not to say that the song doesn't deserve a longer explanation, but I feel like if I was gonna talk about a 10-minute track, I'm gonna be here for a while. But I think the song starts off in a very like somber tone. But I appreciate the fact that it kind of switches throughout, and that was kind of, I felt like, initially what was going to happen anyway. It does kind of feel like an amalgamation of a couple different songs that they just didn't want to add more song titles, and just, I imagine, to kind of not have this be like a 25 track album. I think they just kind of were like, hey, why don't we just throw them all together? I think it is, ironically enough, and what Keen said in chat, I think it is a mosaic of songs, which I do think were arranged pretty well. I think the flow of it isn't as arguably as bad as I feel like I kind of perceived it to be, prior to me listening to it. I think conceptually it was really cool. And I also appreciate the fact that they started the song off the way that they ended it, with just a very somber piano tone. But I thought it was a good combination of different things. So I do like it, as much as I feel like I was kind of being a little bit of a dickhead throughout the song. I did actually enjoy it. I thought it was a really well put together song. I just feel like inherently it's like, why have a 10-minute song, on an album that is 18 tracks long? I think you're already making your point very clear by having 18 songs on an album, and considering that people's attention spans are slowly deteriorating year over year. I don't feel like I don't feel like most people would make it to track 18, right? And that's no diss to them. Their artistic reasons are their reasons, and this isn't for me to discredit them in any way. But I think, I think if I was to show anybody a song off this album, I probably would actually show them this song, because I think it does do a great job. I do think it does a great job of kind of playing a bunch of different roles, but I do feel like it gives you a good perspective on what the album is like. So I do think it is a great closing track for that reason alone. But to me, it's like, I understand the necessity for having this song. I understand the necessity for keeping it towards the end, because a 10-minute song should be a closer song. But it is a lot. And that's kind of my only gripe about the song. I think instrumentally it was very fun. I think vocally it was also very emotional, very driving. And I love the piano aspects of it. I think the incorporation of different elements within this entire album, I think, are very present in this final song. So overall, what do I think about this album? I think if you have ADHD, then this is the perfect album for you. Because literally it covers every genre. I don't think there was a genre untouched on this album other than, if you want to, you could throw K-pop in here, which they didn't, but that's probably the only genre they didn't touch beyond that. That it just, given that I love Capstan so much, I've loved both of their previous albums, and you should definitely check out either Restless Hearts Keep Running. This was a fantastic album from front to back. It is only 13 songs, and then the runtime is 43 minutes. Great album. I think if you love the more like proggy, more fast-paced stuff, pop punky, this is awesome. I think this album Separate, the one that they released in the one in 2021, was also great, a little bit heavier. It also has more electronic elements, like a lot of 808s, a lot of EDM stuff in here. Great record. Love this one. But I feel like with this, the Mosaic, there are a lot of songs that I do like on this album. But there's also a lot of songs I probably could do without. And that's not to discredit their musical talent. I think all of these songs have a lot of great melodies, great vibes to it, but it is a lot. 18 tracks is a lot to listen to, you know what I mean? And that's kind of my biggest issue with this release. I think the songwriting is super up to par. I think the musicality of it is really up to par as well too. But I just think 18 songs is just too many songs for somebody to listen to. If they split this album even down the middle, 9 songs. Like, if they did 9 songs, release the front half of this album and then release the back half of this album later in the year, I think that would have been great. I just think it's too much upon one solid listen through, and that's coming from someone who loves to listen to albums from front to back. This was a little bit of a grind, you know, and that's kind of my biggest issue with the song. I think, again, or biggest issue with the album is that it's just a grind, and if you are willing to go through the grind, then go do it. But if you don't want to sit through a slog of different musical genres and stuff like that, then this is probably not the album for you, and I recommend you listen to the previous 2 albums because they're more antiquated to, I would argue, a normal listening base. If you are a true fan of, if you're a true fan of Capstan, then I think you'll probably listen to this album from front to back. But I would even argue probably the most diehard Capstan fans are gonna have a hard time listening to this album. You know, I love Capstan, you know, and I had a hard time listening to this album from front to back. So this is no diss to Capstan. I love them. I love the guys. I hope they watch this, but 18 songs is just too many for me. It is just too much. You know, I can barely make it through 3 hours worth of streaming live, more or less, than listening to 2 albums before this, and then going into this behemoth of an album. It's just a lot, and I think that it could be better. It could be better antiquated to this. Like, I think they could have split this album in half. They could have given us the Mosaic Part 1. They could have given us the Mosaic Part 2. And then if people really wanted to listen to it all together, then they could put it all together in this album. I just think it's a lot. 18 songs is a lot of songs. So, that's my only gripe. I think in terms of the musicality, if you want something that is completely varied and all over the place, much like a Mosaic, then I feel like this album is perfect for you, because it does cover the gamut. And it is an hour, as you can tell on the screen, it is an hour long. So go have at it. But if you are watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comments what you think about the Mosaic from Capstan. If you agree with me, if you disagree, I would love to know your thoughts on it.